Morning and welcome to another episode of Morning Mobility with NATEFIT, where we focus on spending 15 minutes helping you create a movement habit. This is a reminder that we are going to start posting 5 days a week again, Monday through Friday, every weekday. Class gets posted at 5:30. So again, if you're looking forward to doing those classes during the week, it'll help you create that habit. Today, we're going to focus on hips, spine, and shoulders. We're going to do a little bit of a faster paced class today because I want to get through a lot. So we're going to start off in our hip car position. We're going to go through these a little bit faster today. So for anyone that's new, just watch and follow along. Yeah, we're going to try to get through this a little bit faster and cover a lot in our class. Starting off with hip flexion, we're going to pull our knee to our chest. Then we're going to open up, pointing that knee to the ceiling, internally rotating. I still want you to have control, even though we're going a little bit faster. And then we're going to press the knee back into extension, coming up, pointing that knee to the ceiling, externally rotating, pulling that knee to the shoulder, returning to midline, knees together, and again, flexion. Try to make it a smooth motion, even though we're going at a faster speed. Still trying to get as much range of motion as possible. And reverse, extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, return to midline, knees together. One more time, pulling the knee to the chest, opening up, pointing it towards the ceiling. Internally rotating, rotating that ankle behind the knee, pressing the knee back into extension, return to midline, knees together, and reverse. Extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together. Flipping on over to the other side. So with this one, again, what we're trying to do with this faster speed is we're trying to make it a smooth, continuous motion. You're transitioning nice and smooth into the next movement. Here we go. We have flexion, pulling the knee to the chest, opening up, pointing that knee to the ceiling, rotating that ankle behind the knee, pressing the knee back into extension, return to midline, knees together, and reverse. Pulling the knee to the shoulder, returning to midline, knees together. Again, flexion, abduction, internal rotation, extension, adduction, knees together, and reverse extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together. One more time here. Internal rotation, extension, adduction, knees together, pressing that knee back into extension, pointed towards the ceiling, pointed towards the shoulder, pull it towards the shoulder, return to midline, and knees together. Okay, we're going to go right to our shoulder cars. Starting bicep pointed out, elbow is straight. Make a fist, create some tension. Here we go, coming across the midline. Coming up into shoulder flexion, coming away from midline, internally rotating, rotating that bicep down towards the ground as we come around behind the body and down to our side. Bicep should be pointed towards you, and we're going to reverse. Extension, external rotation, bicep pointed towards the ceiling, coming up nice and close to that ear, coming across the midline as the bicep points towards the ceiling, and down to our side. Again, we're just drawing a big circle with our fist with a rotational component, coming away from midline, internally rotating, coming around behind and down to our side, and reverse. Rotate that bicep up, come nice and close to the ear, cross midline, and down to our side. One more time here. And down to our side, and reverse extension, external rotation, abduction, cross midline, and down to our sides. Flipping on over to the other side. Here we go, coming across midline, coming up into flexion, away from midline, internally rotating, coming around behind and down to our side. And reverse. Coming nice and close to that ear, biceps pointed up as we come across the midline and down to our side. One more time. Or sorry, 2 more times. Nice and slow, internally rotating, coming around behind and back down to our side and reverse extension, external rotation, coming up nice and close to the ear, cross midline, down to our side, and one more. Adduction, flexion, abduction, internal rotation, extension, down to our side, and reverse with extension, external rotation, coming up into flexion, cross midline, and down to our side. We're going to go back into our lying hip car position, and we're going to do hip abductions. So for this one, the setup, we're going to push our knee back. So we are in hip extension. We're going to squeeze that glute, and all we're going to do is come straight up and straight down. We're going to keep this hip angle open. So I want your torso in line with your femur. Try not to bring your femur forward as we do this. I'll let you get into position. We're going to do 6 reps. Up, pause, back down. We are working primarily the glute med, but all of the glutes here. Here we go. In position, press that knee back, squeeze the glute, coming straight up, pause, and back down. You're going to feel that tissue on the lateral side of the hip. Coming back up, big squeeze, pause, back down. We're keeping that ankle in line with the knee. Coming back up, pause, and back down. That's 3. 3 more. Up, 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 up. 4. Keeping this angle open. Up. 5. And 1 more. Coming up. And that's 6. Excellent. We're going to flip over to the other side. Hands clasped together. Bend the knee at 90 degrees. Press that knee back into extension. Ankle is in line with the knee, coming straight up. Pause. Back down. That's 1. Up. Pause. Down. That's 2. Again, trying to get up as high as you can. That's 3. Up, up. 4. 5. And 1 more time. Up, up, up. That's 6. Excellent. Next, we're going to go into cow spine segmentation. Hands directly below the shoulders, knees directly below the hips. This one we're going to go a little bit slower because we need to have control in this. So we're going to take our spine through flexion and extension. But we're going to do it by creating a wave up and down the spine. I'll walk you through the cues as we go. Okay, here we go. Starting with the hips, we're going to rotate our hips down towards the ground. This is going to put our lumbar spine or our lower back in extension. And we're going to slowly travel up the spine, pressing the belly into the floor, pressing the rib cage into the floor, pulling that chest up, pulling the head up, pulling the chin up, looking up as high as you can, pause, and then back down. Tucking the chin, tucking the head, pushing away from the ground, coming up through the upper back, pulling that rib cage in, pulling the belly in, and tucking your tail between your legs. This is full flexion, and now we're going to reverse, starting with just the hips. All we're doing is rotating our hips down towards the ground, pushing that belly into the ground, pushing that rib cage into the ground, pulling that chest up, pulling the head up, looking up as high as we can. Pause. This is full extension. And reverse. Tucking the chin, tucking the head, looking between the legs, pressing away from the ground, coming up through the upper back, pulling that rib cage in, pulling the belly in, and tucking your tail between your legs. We have 1 more here. Rotating that pelvis down towards the ground in an anterior pelvic tilt, pressing the belly down, Traveling up the spine, pressing the rib cage down, pulling that chest up, pulling the head up, pulling the chin up, pause, and reverse, tucking the chin, tucking the head, pushing away from the ground, pulling the ribs in, pulling the belly in, and tucking our tail between our legs. Excellent. We're going to go into spine rotation now. We're going to lay down on our side. Knees are going to be up, so we're at 90 degrees from the torso. Hands are going to be together, and we're going to rotate looking at that hand and trying to drop the shoulders down to the ground. Again, we're going to try to keep the knees together and on the ground. If you need a little bit more leverage, you can kick this leg out in front, and it just allows for a bigger counterbalance. So I'll do it from this position. Hands together, looking at the hand the whole time as we rotate, coming around, exhaling, trying to get that hand and the shoulder to the ground, and coming back. That's 1. We're going to do 5. Again, rotating, looking at the hand. Exhale. That's 2. And again. Here we go. That's 4. And last one. That's 5. I'll flip over to the other side. Again, keeping our hips at 90 degrees. That locks our pelvis in place. You can kick the leg out if you want, hands clasped together. Slowly coming around, look at that hand, exhale. It's 1. And again. That's 2. Exhale. 3. Coming back. Again. That's 4. And one more time. That's 5. Excellent. If that felt good and you want to do it again, please pause the video or rewind it. Again, we're going quickly through this class because I wanted to cover a lot. Next, we're going to scapular cars. Again, this can be done standing. You don't have to kneel down. We're going to hold our fists out in front. Chest is up. We're going to go through its range of motion, protraction, elevation, retraction, and depression. So make a fist. We're going to punch forward to start. That's protraction. We're going to pick those shoulders up towards the ears. That's elevation. Squeezing the shoulder blades back together. That's retraction, and then dropping down into depression. Punching forward, protraction, elevation, retraction, depression. Again, protraction, elevation, retraction, depression. Now we're going to reverse. Retraction, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Elevation, pulling them up. Punching forward, dropping down. Retraction, elevation, protraction, depression. Retraction, elevation, protraction, and depression. Excellent. Next, we are going to go to lateral flexion of our spine. So in this kneeling position, hands are going to be on the shoulders, and we're just going to tilt side to side. We did this in a recent class. Lateral flexion is not something that we work on often, so we're going to do it again. Hands on the shoulders. Here we go. Tucking the shoulder down, pushing that rib cage out, and back up. That's 1. Deep breath in. Coming down. And up. That's 2. You should feel a big stretch in here. Here we go. 3. 4, and 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. I understand that was a power class. Again, we went through it very quickly. We're going to have a few classes of that a week where I just try to get through as many exercises as possible and get you moving in as many ways as possible. Then we're going to have some classes where we really slow it down and only go through a few movement exercises. So again, you can repeat classes if you don't like the speed, pick the slow classes. But thank you again for joining. Thank you for making your health a priority. Again, we're going to be posting now every Monday through Friday. Classes get posted at 5:30 a.m. If you enjoyed the class, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment if you liked it or if you didn't like it. And share the link with family or friend. And I will see you on Monday at 5:30 or whenever you watch it. Thanks for joining.